Hello, students. A very warm welcome to Standard 9 students. Today, we will be doing English composition, and our today's topic will be yes, report writing. Okay, students, today we will be doing report writing. We will learn how to frame a report. Okay, students. So let's go ahead and see how to write a report. So before that, we need to know what is report writing. What is a report? A report is the description of an event or a situation meant for a particular person or a group of persons. A report is all about giving a description, children, of an event or a situation for which you have witnessed. If you have seen any of the event, or if you have witnessed any of the event or a situation, you are going to give a report on it. Okay, the details of it, what has happened, how it has happened. So all the details you are going to put down. That is called as report writing. And students, can you tell me, where do you see this type of report? Yes, in the newspapers in the form of articles. If you have ever read a newspaper, you will see small articles written in the newspaper of a particular event which has happened in the world. So, the types of reports are, there are two types of reports. Reports or reporting for a newspaper, reporting for a magazine. So, two types of reports: reporting for a newspaper, reporting for a magazine. Reporting for a newspaper, as I already said to you, the articles which you find in the newspaper. So, which are the articles? There are many. Okay. So, reports about events, accidents, burglaries, matches, etc., are often published in newspapers. They are meant for the readers. The second type of report is the report for a magazine. Now, this report of event like the annual day, sports day, Independence Day, and many other events, that is etc., are published in school magazine. These reports are meant for the students and for their parents. So students, these are the two reports: reports for a newspaper, reports for a magazine. So you see report writing basically over here. Okay. Now let's move ahead, students. Points to remember. Now when you frame a report, what are the things you need to keep it in mind? Okay. Brief. You need to write the report in brief, precise, and to the point. The report should be written in brief, very precise, to exactly what the situation or the event was. Okay, it should be to the point so that the reader can read it clearly and understand the event, what has happened. No usage of I, the pronoun I, we, you at the beginning of the sentence. Use of past tense, that means the event has already happened and you are writing a report the next day. You are giving the report, you are a witness of that report, that means the event has already placed. So you are witnessing that thing. So framing of sentence should be always in the past tense. Clear idea to be conveyed to the reader. Okay, whatever the event was, the idea should be conveyed. The reader should understand the central idea of what you are writing about. Preferably, no use of articles in the title. So let's be more briefly explained. The title should be brief, bold, and simple. It should be appealing to attract the reader. So when a reader sees the title itself should be attracted so that the reader can go ahead and read the report. There need to be a summary of major points and the conclusion. It needs to be short and it is generally overviewed of the report. Beginning of the report should have an introductory line. You should be giving an introductory line, or you can say you need to give an introduction part of it. Okay, now, and you need to explain the what you call the event in detail. Okay, and the report should be arranged in order. The main section of the report, the body is the main section of the report. So information is usually arranged in order of importance, with the most important information coming first. So whichever information is more important should be preferably written in the report first. Then comes, this is where everything, the conclusion part of it. Okay, this is where everything comes together. Keep this section free of jargon, as most people will read the summary and conclusion of it. Keep it very simple, students. Keep the report very simple. Do not try to impress, rather than try to communicate with the reader. Your sentence should be like trying to communicate with the reader. Keep the sentence short and to the point. Do not go into a lot of details unless and until it is needed. Make sure that every word used is communicating the message to the reader. Whatever message you want to tell, it should be communicated to the reader clearly, that when it communicates the message, it contributes to the purpose of the report. Your grammatical part and your punctuation is very much important. You need to keep all these things in mind before you start with your report. Now students, let's understand the format of the report, how the format should be. Okay students? Format of the report writing. Students, there is a spelling mistake over there. It's reporting, it's not reporting, it's report writing. Okay? Please excuse me for that. Now, let's see the format. how the format should be. So in the middle of the page you need to write the headline. Okay, the first thing what you need to write is the headline, and which should be appealing and attracting to the reader, as I said earlier. Then everything should be written towards the left align. Okay, to the left alignment, that is towards the margin of the page. So after the headline, what you need to write? You need to write the place and the date. Okay, only the place and the date. Then comes the body of the report. Now in that, what you need to include? The very first thing, you need to include the introduction of the report. So in that, how will you start with it? What you need to do is that you get the response to these questions. You need to get the response to these questions. Now which are those questions? What happened, okay, who did, when it was, where it was, where the event has occurred, why the event has occurred. So when you answer or when you respond to these questions, you get the introduction part of the paragraph. Then comes your main content. Okay, your main content. And remember students, if you are writing for a school magazine, it is a descriptive type of an event. Okay, so your main content, how the event started and what were the highlights of the event, that should be phrased in. Then the last part of the body is your conclusion. In conclusion, you need to summarize the end of the event with a positive note. And once you finish the body of the report, at the end you need to write by correspondence. That means by whom? By the school reporter, or you need to write the person who is writing, a reporter. Okay, so by correspondence. So now students, let's take an example or a model of the. Okay, so let's move ahead students to see how to frame a report writing. So the question here is, write a report about the Independence Day celebrated in your school. Okay, you need to write a report about the Independence Day celebrated in your school. So the very first thing what you need to write is the headline. Very good, you need to write the headline. So the headline I have put over here is honoring the past. Okay, as I said, it should be very attractive to the reader, so I just put honoring the past. What will be the next point? The next point is the place and the date. So I have put the place and the date over here. Okay students, so now we'll move ahead how to write the report. So this will be your introductory sentence, okay, or your introduction paragraph. St. Paul High School hosted a celebration of Indian history of the occasion of Independence Day. The day started with the flag hoisting ceremony, followed by the principal's address. This year the theme was honoring the past. Now here students, as the question I said, you need to give the response to the questions of what, where, when, why and how. So that means what has happened, what happened in the event, where was the event, what time the event started, okay, who hosted the event, okay, is there a celebrity coming to that particular event. So all that will be put in the first paragraph. Okay students, now we'll go to the main content. The festival began with a short patriotic song followed by a fusion dance performance. So we start with the event, the first performance. Okay, accordingly you need to give the event. So, followed by the fusion dance performance that showcased the rich cultural heritage of India. The next event was an elocution competition on the topic of lesser known unsung heroes of our past. So the first event followed by the second event, then comes your third event. Okay, so this was followed by a musical recital that included songs from regional languages. The final performance was a short skit that featured the key, the role of a major freedom fighter, and enacted the most chilling incidents. Okay, students? The children left the teacher and parents awestruck with their performance and received a standing ovation from them after the last act. One parent said, "We are leaving from here today knowing that our history is safe with the future." The program ended at 10 a.m. and at the end you need to write by school reporter. Now student, you need to remember what important points you need to write in the report. As I said, the date, time, okay, the occasion, when it happened, where it happened, okay, the venue of the event, everything should be written in detail. What time the program started, what time the program ended. Okay, this is all about the function of the program. Okay, I hope students you have understood how to frame a report. Very soon you will be getting a PDF. In that the assignment will be given to you. Okay, the topic of the report writing will be given to you. You need to write it in your composition book and keep the book ready, and your respective teacher will check your book as the school resumes. Okay, students? Thank you, students.